Y'all know what it is, Attitude Era Podcast. And we got some things to talk about. Saturday night main event just concluded. And there's definitely some things we got to speak about. But you see my guy to my right, but he might be to my left, depending on how you're looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite wrestler's favorite podcaster. If you think your favorite wrestler is famous and he ain't got a picture with Kamaj, he ain't as famous as you think he is. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know who I am. The undisputed podcast champion of the world. I am King HP. And we got, okay, let's talk about it. We had Saturday night main event next week. Do not be confused. Do not. Next week is the Royal Rumble. So we have that to look forward to. But tonight, we had some business. Fatal 4-Way. New number one contender. How we feeling, Gamaj? How we feeling?
I did enjoy this matchup, but we gotta talk about you really, because I mean your favorite hobo got that, man.
The Canadian hobo showed up and showed out. Now, they were in Canada tonight, right?
Yeah, Montreal.
Okay, so
And anybody in Montreal, shout out to y'all for being out there. I heard it's like -5. Nasty.
Woo. Well, they got warmed up. You know, the hearts have warmed up as Sami Zayn is your new number one contender. I'm not a fan. I'm okay with it. Sami Zayn won, who'll give good matches and all that, but it's very hard. When I see Sami Zayn, man, it's not like, okay, here's the thing. WWE has gotten away from feeling like, where's the streak of matches to build someone up? Where is the okay? You know who the best build up in history was to me? And if not, it's pretty close. 95 into 96, WrestleMania 11 into WrestleMania 12, Shawn Michaels. You know what I'm saying? It was a 1-year buildup. If you want to say it was a little bit longer, then cool. But let's talk about from the losing at WrestleMania 11, right? He lost the World Championship match. The champion retained. Shawn Michaels he won the Royal Rumble. He was winning his matches. He was having bangers. He was put in a position where you could root for him based on the heel work that Double J was doing. They got him on TV. They had him going against Psycho Sid. And right when you saw him dominate the mid-card and he wins the 96 Royal Rumble, here comes Bret Hart, the excellence of execution. It's like, this is gonna be a serious task because Bret ain't no slouch, and Bret was still a baby face too. So when I see Sammy lost that U.S. title and kind of like, what episode of something was he on? He was on the episode where they inducted Stephanie. They claimed that she was out. She was going to be going into Hall of Fame. And he was sitting front row. Was that the John Cena match?
Yeah, wasn't that either at Saturday Night Main Event or Wrestle
Yeah.
Something like that.
He was sitting. And it's like, we don't need Sammy sitting if we're trying to build this guy. Because I need him to see where I'm seeing him win. I'm like, yo, Sammy getting hot. Sammy getting like, you know what I'm saying? When I see that, I go, okay. When I see a guy who's been inactive, he's coming off losing a U.S. world title. He was doing the open challenges, but what does that mean? He didn't go against Big Bronson Reed. You know, I don't know why Big Bronson Reed ain't. And I'm only throwing out Big Bronson Reed, even though they're on different brands, but someone of that magnitude. Someone where you're like a monster. You put him in there with a monster. You put him in there with a technical guy like Ilyanov, which we saw. Carmelo Hayes. Maybe a Montez Ford. You know, Sammy's beating all comers. He's that guy. Then Jey Uso or something. You know, I need to see some build up. I can't just watch a guy come off the bench and you tell me his time is now. He's the all-star. Him?
So let me ask you this. If Sammy was given, let's say this match happened, but we got this match, let's say 3 weeks prior towards the Rumble. Do you think that would have been enough time for you to say, okay, we can make this promo-wise look good and build him up?
Well, one thing I'll say about Sammy, right? Even though I call him the Canadian hobo, and that's because of how he looks. That's funny as hell, Aurora. Sami Zayn has excellent promo, pretty good promo. I'm not putting him in the top 5 in WWE, but he usually when he grabs a mic, I pay attention. You know what I mean?
He's not cringe.
He's not cringe. Yeah. So I think he could do it, but you don't have to force it in 3 weeks. You could have been building this since War Games. And I think they had, because I seen somebody say when he got the U.S. title, that was a trial run to see how fans would react to him with the title. You have to build the guy. Get us emotionally invested. I'm sorry. Do not do another episode of Unreal. I know there's season 3 coming in the summer. It is clear watching that. You guys are sitting here. It'd be no different than me and my daughter sitting around like, hey, what do you guys want to do with LA Knight this week? I don't know. Can't figure. Like, I thought you would have the roster laid out. Someone, Che, what's up with so and so? We ain't been on television in weeks. What are we gonna do with him? Maybe he should make a return because he doesn't have any open storylines. What's the last note you got on him? He ain't got no open storylines, bro. All right, bet. Let's go with him. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. So anyway, I say that to this. Congrats to Sammy. Good win in the Fatal 4-Way. Good little match. The Montreal crowd is definitely behind him. He might have this Bret Hart situation going because when he comes back to the United States, he's not gonna get the same pop.
I mean, he'll still get a pop, but not like hometown.
It ain't gonna be like tonight, and it ain't gonna be like next week in Riyadh.
Nah, Riyadh, he's gonna get a pop.
That's my point. In the United States, though, it will not be like tonight, and it will not be like next week. So if you put a title on him, it might look a little, because when you did it with Bret, you wanted Bret to be a heel, but when he went overseas, you wanted him to be a face, and it worked. It worked. Sammy don't have that. Sammy's a face everywhere. It's just some places he's really over, and in some places like, oh, there's Sami Zayn. Hey, what's up, bro? You want to get a beer? Like that's the look.
My only issue with Sammy having this shot is they made it too obvious that he's not winning it anyway. So I'm not invested in it for that reason.
That's another.
They made it obvious so many times, even earlier in the night. Now I'm kind of going ahead. We had the Cody and Jacob brawl. We'll get more into that later, but the fact that Drew got involved in that shows he has more investment and attention in those two who aren't even in the title picture right now. So I'm supposed to believe Sammy's going to be a threat. He's going to be a new champion. At least if it was Randy, it would have threw me off a bit, even though I don't think Randy would have won it. But at least it would have threw me off a bit.
I'm not going to lie. Hearing you talk about this, right? I think you could do Sammy versus LA Knight or something, and you can get one of them two in by SummerSlam and build them up really strong. And that's just me looking outside because right now Sami Zayn is ice cold. Not ice cold, but he ain't been, when he finally came back, it's just promo work. Like, I want to be world champ. So is everyone else in that locker room. It's supposed to be.
And it's the same song. You want to, but you've never gone through with it. And it's been the same song for over a decade.
Right. And I don't think everybody should be world champ, man. I come from that. When I can say those names again, Rick Rude, British Bulldog, Ted DiBiase, IRS, everybody don't need everybody can't. Z can't have this. All right. As good as Z thinks he is and the things that Z thinks he does, you know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
This is not for him. This belongs here. You see how good this looks on me? You see how good this looks on Drew? Right? Sorry, Sammy, but maybe by SummerSlam. You know what I'm saying? They could build him. And it wouldn't be unfeasible because one thing I'll say about Sammy, man, he's entertaining. He's got good matches. He's got good promo. El Generico, if you go back and watch his old stuff, he can do it in the ring. It's just when I look at you physically, you have to give me the Shawn Michaels approach or Bret Hart approach. You got to work body parts. We got to start touting you as Sami Zayn is the most resilient guy. They kind of do, though. They actually kind of do now. I'm thinking about it. They do call him the underdog. He's always getting, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so a little bit more, and maybe, but just I don't see it in these first couple of months. I don't see it now. And there's
So
no need.
if he gets a haircut, you changing your mind?
It's possible, bro. It's possible because Ric Flair wasn't the biggest, right? But it's the way they work their matches. The way they work matches now, like I don't want to get ahead of myself. Tonight we watched a match where they worked body parts. So when I go to do something, it makes all the sense in the world why you're going to tap, or it makes all the sense in the world why you can't even do your finisher because you need your knees. And I took those, right? So,
like I
yeah,
can't. I'm gonna tell you something that someone else told me, and I had to agree with them when they said it. There are too many wrestlers now in this era that look like average Joes, and I think that's the problem.
yes, that's the nail on the head. Yes, I need the wrestler to look more than the average Joe.
Yeah, because I promise you, if Sami Zayn was walking the streets, just walking regular, you couldn't tell that was Sami. You think that was just some random person walking. No disrespect to Sami Zayn, but if we're
Right.
thinking of someone like, let's say, '90s, if you saw Bret Hart in the street, you saw Shawn Michaels, you saw Kevin Nash, Austin Rock, they stick out,
100%.
and you don't get that many people in this era.
100%. I do think I would love to see Sammy put on. Now, Sammy don't got to put on much, 15 pounds. But you look at him versus the look of Seth Rollins. Sammy looks like he just drank a 6-pack. Sammy looks like he's at the barbecue, and you're like, get him off the couch. Hey, whose man's is this? Why is he there? Get him up. He cannot be. He can't. No more drinks for him. That's what Sami Zayn looks like to me. Then I'm Vinny. I ain't gonna go there. There was a time where that was a thing, but he could definitely hit the gym. Hey, there was a wrestler who came back tonight. He looked fantastic. Looked like $1 million compared to where he was at, to where he was at. But as far as Sami Zayn, good win. I do think him and Drew. So here's the thing, though. Here's where they could really prove me wrong, right? If they have a slobber knocker, as JR used to call it, at the Royal Rumble, and let Sammy lose, make sure he loses. By SummerSlam, Sammy could go on a nice tear, and Sammy would definitely have this underdog story built up. And still challenge Drew. And then he gets the big win at a big event. I think that would be kind of dope. Because when you start seeing Sammy cook and Sammy gets hell bent, like Sami Zayn will stop at nothing. Like, yo, Sammy, like we'll go with it. I think people's hearts will be more invested.
There's only one thing they can do to make me think possibly Sammy has a chance,
Is
even
what
though
Vinny
I don't
said?
think he's winning. Wait, what
So
did
Vinny said? Vinny said, Vinny got the needles right there. And then Vinny said, give him the Barry Bonds treatment. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I was
the
gonna
Mark
say,
McGuire's.
you know the red flag normally when they'll mention if a wrestler hasn't beaten this wrestler or the last time they fought this happened.
Right.
Because I could be wrong. Sammy has never beaten Drew one-on-one.
They mentioned that.
So if that gets like consistently mentioned, that might make me go, oh shit. They might be considering it.
I think you should consider it down the road. I don't care if Drew drops the title and gets it back, but I think y'all crazy, bro. Sammy is great in the ring for that for sure. I think the fact they're mentioning it lets us know. Again, I'm looking at SummerSlam, King of the Ring even. Oh, if Sammy wins King of the Ring.
King of the Ring is not a bad idea.
Yeah, like let him do that. Where you're like, Sammy should not lose after he loses to Drew. He gets even beat. He goes out for like 4 weeks. He gets beaten up, like someone jumps him or something, right? He comes back. He's hell bent on it. He wins the King of the Ring. That would be or LA Knight, either or make him and LA Knight fight in the finals. Because now it's are we finally gonna get this for LA Knight? Are we finally gonna get this for Sammy?
Since you say that, whoever wins in that final round. Whoever wins King of the Ring between those two, the other should win the Money in the Bank.
I agree. I agree. Because I don't know how old Sami Zayn is, but yo, LA Knight is not a spring chicken, bro. LA Knight's like my age. He's like 42. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little older than him, but he looks incredible shape. And you got to start, putting belts on guys because you got to set
Sami Zayn is 41.
41?
41, yeah.
Hey, salute to Sami Zayn. He looks in great, you know what I'm saying? He looks in, in good health. Brother looking good health. I do think that come King of the Ring time, I'm expecting to see Sami pop up or LA Knight, but we're talking about Sami Zayn here. But again, good win for him. Good win for him. Where does Randy? So Randy was in this match. Trick Williams was in this match. And Damian Priest. Jeez, I couldn't get that one out.
Oh, speaking of Priest, you peeped his pause. You peeped his upper lip. Like, it looks swollen.
Yeah, they said he had gotten stitches in it, but
probably from the Trick Williams match from the other night.
Yeah, I think one of them trick shots or something. You know what I'm saying? He got caught him in the lip, fattened his joint up. I definitely think that Damian Priest is dead. He was the world champion, bro, on a Money in the Bank cash-in, flying high with a squad.
Bro, out of the four of them in that match, I think he had the least reaction.
Yes.
For them. Have him, and Trick Williams just joined the main roster. I don't think that does not look good.
No. Damian Priest is dead, bro. Damian Priest is a person you could use as a jobber and people would not care. And that's not right. That's not right. I just think, what the hell do we do? Why? Hey, kill that whole devil thing with Damian Priest. Kill it. It's done. It's dead. The dude, you're better off having him be a Rico Suave type, not Rico Suave, but you know what I'm saying? His you know what I'm saying? Let him talk his shit. We don't need the bats with the thing on his label, on his thing. Like, dang, come on, bro. Stop it. No, he's not in Judgment Day.
IWC started calling him the bisexual Undertaker. He ain't
escaped. Drew called him that too.
Yo, and he ain't escaped that. TV. He's stuck on that,
bro.
And I think Drew is very talented, but it's like he's stuck in limbo. I mean, Drew, pardon me, Damian Priest. He's talented, but he's just been stuck.
I think with Drew saying that was the downfall. But I also think you dressing him like that, like he is a multi-lettered Undertaker, is crazy. You had him with the pink flames, pink and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember seeing on the independent circuit, they have like cocaine, and then they had like Gain. I don't know. I don't know if you know if you've seen Gain. Gain is like Gayne, like gay. And they had him dressed in like a rainbow cane outfit.
Yeah.
Putting those flames and all that on him, like, I'd rather see him come out in a tux and just be like, listen, and get out of my face or I'm putting you down straight up.
Honestly, if they gave him like a similar, like Alberto Del Rio kind of character, I could see him playing that off.
That could work, but this gimmick ain't working. When I see his nameplate come out on the like, what are we doing? I just think Damian Priest is done with, and that's sad, man, because that guy was a world title and went to. He has the imposing size factors, right? So when you look at him, a lot of wrestlers got to look up. He's got the ill choke slam. He's in ring. He's pretty good, except for when he botches. He's had some like crazy botches, and I only want to say that because there was one where his ankle got caught, and that could happen to anybody. But do you remember he was involved with that thing with the pin with him and Seth at I think it was at SummerSlam, and Drew had to come out to like it was some weird thing where he didn't kick out, and the ref.
Oh, no, that wasn't. I know what you're talking about. That was
It
like
was Seth Rollins was
yeah.
getting a world title match, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't SummerSlam. It was another. It was a PLE before it. I don't remember what it was though.
Yeah, so it was during Damian Priest's title run though.
Yeah.
So you just go find that where he battled Seth Rollins, and there wasn't it was so bad, it was weird, and so he always had these seemingly weird hiccups, right?
Oh, it was Money in the Bank.
Was it? Okay, so yeah,
because that same match, Drew won the briefcase, cashed in, Punk blocked it, and that was how Drew. And then Damian retained. Yeah, so that was Money in the Bank.
Yeah, so he always had these weird situations. But one thing, like the NBA, right, where you can't teach size, you draft a 7-footer. If you got an athlete, you draft a 6'8" guy. You're not using Damian Priest, and Damian Priest could be the guy who, similar to like how you're marketing Bronson Reed. Do you see the I forgot what his choke slam is called, the South of Heaven?
Yeah, South of Heaven.
He gets great height on those, so he's very intimidating. I just think they got him in the wrong gimmick right now, and the crowd seemingly forgot about him. You put him in so much Rhea stuff. You made him so dependent on Judgment Day. Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, they got to the Royal Rumble. We'll see what happens.
Do you think Randy gets any type of big match? Randy. Remember, Randy's a 2-time King of the Ring finalist the last 2 years straight.
Yeah.
Tonight he's in a fatal 4-way, and he looked like he was about to climb in the ring and break the pin, and he couldn't do it. So salute to Randy Orton.
I'll say this: the one thing they got right about, granted Sammy won, but the one thing they got right, they didn't have Orton take the pin.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Who did take the pin? Was it Damian?
Damian took the pin.
Yeah. See, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, you can't. I mean, but to be fair, you couldn't do it. You can't have them pin Trick because they're trying to build him up.
Right.
And then Orton is really not the person who should be getting pinned for that match.
I agree. Yeah. Damian, bring you in the flames over here. So yeah, they got him up out of here, man. But salute to Sami Zayn. Interesting to see. Remember, next week is the Royal Rumble, so interesting to see there. What else we had? Oh,
yeah.
Where you want to go next?
Let's get to AJ and Shinsuke.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, my match of the night.
Yeah, I thought they did it well, but it makes me like, damn, man, this might be AJ's last. Like, whew.
Yeah.
It might be AJ's last, man. To see the announcers stand up and clap for him, they mentioned earlier this is the last time. Then they started saying it could be the last time.
Yeah, they kept slipping on that. I was like, man.
Yeah, that further let me like, golly, man.
And AJ has been one of my goats. So I know that Gunther match is good. I'm gonna feel away.
I just hope it's a great match. You know what I'm saying? Because tonight we got a good one. A lot of good reversals. I like that sliding vertical, that sliding German suplex that Shinsuke had.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of things that I'm just looking like, damn, man. And then this actually makes me upset to watch these two have these matches, right? We saw AJ have a great one with Cena. You watch Shinsuke come out here and have a really good match with AJ. Why is Shinsuke sitting on the fence?
Bro, they've had him in catering, Lord knows how long. And honestly, even in the few matches Shinsuke's had just last year, which was like maybe 2 or 3, this is the best Shinsuke has looked, and I don't know how long.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you. And then it's like, yo, you got that type of talent on the roster, and you're doing what with it?
Yeah.
And then the word was at one point, we don't have there's nothing for him, right? And then we watch Unreal, and you're like, oh, come on, bro. Y'all ain't even bringing the man name up. Y'all should have the whole roster. We got 3 hours every Friday night. 3. We had to sit through. And there's somebody sitting in Gorilla like, hey, good job. Every time someone comes to the curtain, hey, good job, man. Good job. That was good, man. You know what you could have did? Man, you know what y'all could have did? Y'all could have brought a roster to those meetings and said, who hasn't, okay, take notes. This is so-and-so. So-and-so's involved in this feud. Put so-and-so's name next to their name so you understand that that person's involved to that person. So when you bring him back in something else, you can start to say, hey, this person got Shinsuke's name next to him. That means the last time we saw him, he was involved with something with Shinsuke. What was the last thing we did with him and Shinsuke? We need to know what it is, find out, and see if we need to expound on that. Or do we need to just draw it to a conclusion? One match and it's done, right? I am flabbergasted that you watch that and they just out there playing throw shit at the wall and see if it sticks.
Yeah, that literally.
Not a single person in there looked like they had a roster and was like, hold on. Time out. Anyway,
yeah.
Shinsuke could have been cooking.
Yeah,
and that could have helped out SmackDown tremendously over those long weeks of us being like, nothing good.
Like, honestly, if I was to show someone randomly who never watched WWE that match right now or just that tonight's event, if they saw that AJ and Shinsuke match, you would have thought Shinsuke was a top guy in the company.
Yes. From his intro, and you see how the crowd. You see how the crowd was like, you know what I'm saying? They feeling him. So again, what is going on with you not using him? Now I get it if he said, listen, I just watched.
But you see where Unreal kind of like fucks all of that up when they were talking about Chelsea. You see, remember how they were talking about Chelsea Green, and I forgot who it was that said it, saying Chelsea Green isn't meant to be like up there with the Tiffany Strattons, Bianca, and them. But then just last night, Friday, you had Kiana James pin Alexa Bliss to get a tag team shot.
Yep.
It doesn't make sense.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And Kiana James is with Julia. Julia is a mid-card champion. So again, make it make sense. But here's the problem with that. That women's tag team division is the hottest division in WWE right now.
Yeah,
all of their players are in the tag team division.
And that's like I'm happy they are trying to take that tag team division seriously for them. I just don't like that it's at the cost of the women's WWE title and world title.
Yes.
For as long as 100%. I've watched wrestling, the most prestigious belts have always been the solo heavyweight titles, both men and women. Nothing against the tag team, but I've never heard of a time where they put a tag team belt over those. So to see them do that,
chill with the spam. I see you.
And then this is what hurts Jade and Vakir's title runs. They don't have any players to defend their belts against.
I know, and that's sad.
Yeah. And we can feel how we want to feel about Jade's wrestling talent, but I can't blame her for something if she has nobody to face.
Yeah, they're giving her Jordan Grace, which is good. That's good. Definitely a good option. But she's been like over 60 days with nothing. And
yeah. And I know people are gonna want to drop that belt, but that's literally gonna be her first title defense. That's the crazy part about it.
You know, it's interesting too because me and you were having this conversation a little bit before we went live. When WWE, you got to get out of this. Like tonight, we got 4 matches. It was a 2-hour event, which means on a 3-hour event, you give us 5 matches.
We got 3 matches.
No, we got 4.
3. Remember,
one didn't happen, but it still took up the time. Of a match, right?
But
it still took up the time of.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
So it's like when you have no titles on these. Well, there was 1 title on here tonight, the women's tag team, but you have 2 women's world titles, 2 men's world titles. That's 4 belts, right? Neither were defended tonight. You have 2 Intercontinentals, then 2 U.S. titles. None of those was defended tonight. You still have 2 male in tag team titles, those weren't defended. You have 10 titles that weren't there tonight. Well, it's a 2-hour show, man. You got to start cutting cats. Y'all gonna get 18 minutes. Y'all gonna get 14. Tag matches can definitely do it because the wrong guy can get pinned. You know how that goes. You did the thing with Cody tonight. I like that. We'll get into that later. But 3 matches in 2 hours, 5 matches in 3.
Yeah.
And we're not putting titles on these events. It's nasty work. It's like, so but I'm happy to see that the tag team women's championships were on the line tonight, but there is a lot. Rio and Io, 2 world champions, they're a tag team. Charlotte, Alexa, 2 world champions, they're a tag team.
Yeah.
Nia Jax and Lash Legend, Nia Jax, former world champion, she's in a tag team. Kabuki Warriors, Asuka, former world champion. Kairi Sane, an easy top of the line mid carder, one day competing for a world title. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Roxanne and Liv. Roxanne one day is going to. You remember she's still new to the roster.
Yeah.
And Liv is world champion. So you got all these women, and Bianca's still out.
Yep. Tiffany's out.
So Piper Niven's out.
Yeah.
And that was your Bronson Reed type of. So we'll see where it goes. But with the women, Rio is still champions. I don't know how long they're going to keep the women in these tag matches because, again, eventually you got to get them hot. They got to fight.
I think prior my prediction was I could see them holding it till maybe Elimination Chamber. I don't know if they go to Mania with them. It wouldn't surprise me. I just don't know what team you put against them if they hold it till Mania.
Against Rio, I honestly think maybe you almost make a new team, right? And the new team should be somebody at NXT. And they come up and they like, oh my gosh, they shocked the world. And then you have some of these women start to fall back into the world title picture.
See, the only team, like, if we're considering NXT, the only real tag team that would make sense is Sol Ruka and Zarya.
Yep, Vinny said the same thing. Call them up because that'll free up some of these women. Lash should be competing for mid-tier titles. What's my name? What's the old girl with Julia?
Oh,
Kiana Jordan.
Yeah, Kiana James.
Jordan. Well, she's with Julia, so she can't compete for Julia's title unless she plans on stabbing her in the back, right?
Oh yeah. See, what I would have done, I would have added a U.S. title match for Julia to defend it against whomever, because you would have had an excuse. One, you're putting the belt on a premium event, and they're already number 1 contenders for the tag belts. They could have been outside the ring scouting the match.
Yeah. Yes. 100% agree.
At least make me feel like I should give a fuck about that team winning.
Yeah, I think even with the Drew stuff, I feel like a lot of times when you have these matches with these guys, with these people, the champion should be ringside. So, but hey.
And when you think about it, they don't really do that anymore.
No. One of the last times I saw it was with the Bianca when
when it was Rhea and Io and Bianca was in the ringside watching.
Yeah, she was. Yep. That was one of the last times I think I remember it off the top of my head anyway.
Yeah.
And
that was a year ago, literally around this time. That's what's ironic.
So yeah, it would be nice to see them get back to that, because then it's like the champion's there and everybody, that was what gave it away that Sammy's gonna win this, because they keep focusing on Sammy versus Drew versus Damian Priest. Sammy's gonna get into a face-to-face on SmackDown. Sammy starts looking at Drew, who's standing there with the belt, and then he looks back at Damian and goes, "Excuse me, I got something to do." And then Damian just walks off like, "You don't see the champ there? Aren't you in the number 1 contender match too?"
Word. Yeah, if I would have been like, "What are you looking at?" Like, I would have looked back like,
He should have had that Roman Reigns. Remember when Roman Reigns stopped CM Punk from going out of War Games, where he's just like,
yeah,
he should have did that and been like, stand down, little guy. You know what I'm saying? And then him and Drew, blah blah blah, and then Sammy come up and still smacks him and then walks off.
yeah.
And then
That was like if you didn't think Sammy was winning prior to that, that was the giveaway he was winning tonight.
Yeah. And we talked about that on the SmackDown recap. It's just too much focus on Drew and Sammy for you to take any of the other contenders seriously in this match.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I think kills it for WWE. You could have made everybody have their moment with Drew. And now it's like, damn, I don't know who's gonna. I think Sammy might, the Riyadh thing, but Drew told, this person specifically, I beat you before, you're the easiest option out, or something.
Yeah. It would have been more unpredictable if it was Orton, but I already had called it then. Once they mentioned Montreal for Saturday Night Main Event, I knew Sammy was winning that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And if they did this anywhere else, I don't think Sammy would have won.
Highly likely.
I don't think he would have won, but you put a risk of putting him in the Royal Rumble, and a lot of people probably wanting him to win it. It could have been like a potential Daniel Bryan situation out there.
Putting him in the Royal Rumble is crazy. It could happen. Anything can. Kevin Garnett one time screamed at the top of his lungs, "Anything is possible." All right, so, however, I wouldn't like to. I would prefer somebody else. I would prefer a big name, big draw, Roman Reigns. I would prefer. I don't know. I mean, I'm really looking for Roman Reigns and LA Knight, to be honest.
I still think. I mean, one of my top picks is still Braun Breaker to win it.
You don't say. Do tell. Oh, so we can go out to CM Punk.
Yes.
Okay.
I still didn't like that he didn't win the belt in the anniversary overall Netflix episode. I think he should have won it then. Maybe they wanted to give him more time to feel like he built his way up to earn it, which still wouldn't make sense to me, but okay, I get it. But if it doesn't lead to him getting the ultimate payoff going into Mania, which I believe he deserves, and he's one of the newer talents that has everything in a superstar you would want. How can you pass that up?
Hey, yeah. I'm kind of with you. I just don't know if Mania is too soon. I think SummerSlam. Going into SummerSlam, there's a lot of guys you could look at. I think LA Knight is ready now. I think Sammy should be a SummerSlam guy. I think Braun Breaker could be a SummerSlam guy. And when you go into that King of the Ring, woo.
See, now, I would have probably said it was too soon if Braun Breaker already didn't have a Mania match, because he went into Mania last year as the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, but he didn't have a good mid-tier run. So it's hard for me to envision him as all of a sudden the world guy. I got to see you do, you know what I mean? Like, his title reigns were short. And I don't need him to have super long ones because you could have a bunch of short ones. You'd be a 5-time Intercontinental Champion. But I need him to see him, I just need to see a little bit more from him. But I'm okay with him winning now. I think I'm okay with him winning now. I'm not okay with Sami Zayn winning now. I'd be like, what?
No, I can see Braun Breaker winning. I also wouldn't be surprised if Roman won it. Not going to be my favorite person to win it, but I can understand why.
Listen. I need to do this again in my life and mean it when the TV come on. I need to see 8 to 10. I need to see 10 matches for Roman. 10 matches puts him at 10 PLEs. Let's say 12.
Good luck with that. That's why I don't care for him to win it. You ain't getting 10 matches out of him. Like, I almost want to put a bet on it. He's not doing 10 matches this year. I almost want to do that.
That's crazy.
I almost want to. Matter of fact, anybody in the chat, you think Roman is doing 10 matches this year? I want to see those comments. Does Roman do 10 matches this year?
Oh, that's a good one. We might have to put that on the New Year's resolutions list. You got to see if we can get 10 matches out of Roman.
Because like how many
TV matches?
Just in general, because even
Vinny said I'll take the under. Oh man,
because even last year he did not do 10 matches last year, bro.
No, he didn't.
And I don't want to over exaggerate the number. I almost want to say he probably did like 4 or 5.
Damn, man, Mike's.
Yo, I'm telling I don't see him doing 10 matches in 1 year.
That's crazy. He went from being like their workhorse during COVID to, absent. That's insane. What else happened on the Saturday night's main event? What else were we missing?
So after that was the brawl.
The brawl.
And we had a Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu brawl. And to be fair, this was the best thing they could have done. In my opinion.
I went from EBT to WWE. I need Jacob Fatu like that. Yeah. I need him doing the walkout promos. I don't need him sitting in a blood suit looking at Cody so Cody can talk about his prison stint. I don't need that. I need raw energy Jacob back. And I felt like we kind of got it.
Shout out to Jacob because he getting chiseled, man.
Yeah, I like it. You know what I'm saying? I think it was good for him to have that time off and kind of. I think it's good for a lot of superstars to have that time off where they can come back and they might have lost 15 pounds, 10 pounds. You've heard Kevin Nash over the weeks talk about CM Punk get his ass in the gym. He be constantly telling.
He be going in. You seen the photos lately of Chad Gable? Like crazy jacked right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be something when he come back. So, you didn't hurt either character,
right? Because let's say if they did actually do the match, I was gonna be scared that Jacob was gonna lose, and then you risk derailing him again. But they avoided that altogether.
Yeah, I made that prediction last night on SmackDown. Where I said, like, I'm nervous because I feel like Cody won't lose, but this is not the time for Jacob to be taking an L.
Yeah.
He just came back.
I was going to say, like, I was partially right about an interference happening, but which we got, just not in an official match.
We got like, and then they did the thing with Drew at the end to keep it that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I did take you out because I hate them forgotten storylines. So let's not forget it. Drew is like, I took you out for a reason, and he's still going at Cody.
Yeah. Now this is why I didn't like that he involved himself in that, because there's a lot of rumors of like matches for Mania, but one of the rumored matches is Drew, Cody, and Jacob as a triple threat main event going into Mania, and you kind of teased that by interfering when you didn't have to.
I don't think that's a WrestleMania main event.
I agree.
They give it to us, they'll give it to us, but I'm looking at that and going, what? Jacob just came back from injury, and Jacob was the U.S. champ at best.
Yeah,
Jacob was cold when he left.
Yeah,
he was cooling off. So I don't know, but if we get that, I expect the match to be pretty good. But
yeah, it's not gonna feel like a main event, like kind of.
Mania.
Yeah, not for Mania. If this was
give me Cody 3.
Even if this was like SummerSlam, I think I'd be okay with a SummerSlam if it was that. But
yeah, because you have more time to build it too.
Yeah.
Especially if Jacob keeps getting screwed for a title, and then he goes to talk to Drew like, "You the one they always talk about. You got screwed." But let me tell you something. I got some screws loose, and here we go. Jacob out here wilding out, beating the dog breaks off of Drew McIntyre every chance he get. Then Drew trying to return the favor. Cody like, when am I getting my shot? And then boom, we get to SummerSlam, or even King of the Ring, Money in the Bank, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be the next biggest pay-per-view. It could be.
Well, the thing is, Money in the Bank is after SummerSlam this year because they moved it to the fall.
What is it?
Yeah, they moved it to September, which I'm still upset about.
It's so hard to say goodbye. Why you keep? That's an event that should be the same time every year because you have a 1-year cash in on it.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
and
saying? Like,
they've always done it around the same time, like May, June.
yeah, the summertime, it leads into the summer,
Yeah,
and then it gives you the time where it can go past Mania a little bit if you need to, but not to next SummerSlam. But someone can do it at the. Anyway,
but
I digress. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
What I did like about this brawl is it made me want to see them not do like a regular singles match. I kind of want to see them do a street fight kind of match.
I think Jacob will always benefit from gimmick matches. He has pretty good size. He has a aggressive style, and that he's not very technical. So where Cody can do singles matches with people, he can do 2 and 3. Jacob, you might see one and be like, all right, I need to see him. But then and the way he conducts his promo is like, I want to see this guy kick ass. I don't want to see nothing else. So
Right.
the gimmick matches for Jacob are a plus. So triple threads, no hold barred, street fights, whatever they are.
Right. And if anything, because now I'm just like assuming stuff right now. Despite how people may feel about Cody, not me, I'm being unbiased with this.
Right.
Cody is someone that whomever he's wrestling, he can find a way to adapt with them to make the chemistry work.
He does.
So seeing this could have been a little trial and error. Like, let's see if we can make what we're doing now work. All right, so maybe a no DQ is where we should go.
Yeah. And remember, we still have Elimination Chamber to get to. So.
Oh, yeah, and that's my other prediction, at least going into the Rumble. The reason why now I definitely don't see Cody winning it, not that I thought he was winning the Rumble anyway, and I wouldn't want him to. You got Jacob in there, and clearly the feud's going to drag. They probably fuck around and get themselves taken out.
Right. For sure. Eric Miller, what up? Creative does suck or sock, but either way, we know what you mean. Yeah, I think that's a good thing to do. I just don't want to see it happen to Roman again because remember last year it was him, Punk, Seth Rollins. They all kind of, and then if you give us another triple threat at Mania, okay, so now we're just gonna do triple threats every year. Started at the Royal Rumble.
And I don't want them to do that.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Also, I want to get back to where Mania. We want to see the biggest possible matches. That's not one. No. Drew McIntyre versus Cody, maybe.
Yeah, maybe,
but
like I mentioned it prior. If they want this route, I am only okay with Cody and Roman Part 3 if Cody goes heel. We get that, I'm okay with a Part 3.
That means we need Cody to get that belt. Because Roman's definitely gonna. We need Roman.
Because if they were to do that, you can't have Roman walk in again as champion because then it's like this already doesn't feel different.
No, you've given us that story 2 times,
right?
So give us a twist, just like Rock and Austin. There's always got to be something different every time. And the last time he joined, Austin joined with Vince McMahon to.
You're right.
The deal, but that was extra whack.
That was like one of the only times I disagreed with Austin on the decision because that was his call.
Yeah, that was bad. But yeah, I definitely think going into next week's Royal Rumble, I would like to see all the participants. I'm gonna go Roman LA. I don't even think LA Knight gonna do it. He's so far out the picture. It seems like
I've reached that point where I gave up on LA Knight like months ago.
That's sad.
Like months ago, and then Unreal did not help. It did not help at all.
It didn't. You talking to him like a little boy. I know he made the mistake, but is this why he's not getting the push? Whatever.
He would be a surprise for me if to win it.
I would like to see it.
If he wins, like it would surprise me, but in a good way. He would be a good surprise winner.
Yeah, we'll have to see though.
Yeah. I mean, so you know what? Because since that was basically the entire match, what was your prediction for the Women's Royal Rumble?
I think Bianca finally comes back. And then she wins, and then we have her versus Jade. And then we take that belt off Jade. And let's Because Bianca, it's been a while, and Lord knows they could use a shot in the arm. Yeah, they could use a shot in the arm because the women's world titles have been lackluster. So, we were waiting on her and Jade to have a feud when Jade first got here, when she first came to WWE.
Yeah, so, they teased it in her first Royal Rumble entry with her and Bianca in the match.
If Tiffany comes back, that'll be good too, because then it's like, hey, can we get Tiffany to win the Elimination Chamber, and then she's going after Stephanie Vicure, or
no, because she's stuck. No, Elimination Chamber is stuck by brand. So let's say.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So let's say if it is Bianca and she wins, she's clearly going after Jade. So the Elimination Chamber would be for the Stephanie Vicure's belt.
Maybe for that Raw World title. Okay.
Yeah. If Bianca doesn't return, I could see Liv winning it.
Yeah. Yeah. Liv's never won.
No. She's actually been like one of the workhorses in the Rumble.
Yeah. So let's get it. And it's easier to break up Judgment Day because Raquel's going for the world title. And so if she wins, it's like, man, maybe we should take this off of Stephanie, give it to Raquel, and then we go into Mania with blah, 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 blah. And then they could even throw in Roxanne being the special referee because she's going to be caught in the middle.
Yeah. There's more story for that.
Way more story there. Way more story there.
Yeah.
And hey, WWE, I'll get a roster. I'll even do a diagram. That should have looked like the FBI most wanted list. Who's doing where? Who's attached to who? How are we getting to Mania? How are we getting to SummerSlam? How are we finishing the year strong to War Games? This is what we're looking at, provided no injuries. And if we do have injuries, here are some substitutes. Okay? Here are the titles at play. Boom, boom, boom. Put your people in. I always call them tiers. Here are the world title people. Here are the mid-card title people. Here's the people who, they ain't really about nothing. So these are people who can take losses and all that.
But you know what? Now I understand why every time I'm put in a resume to be in the creative team, I ain't never get accepted because it's a lot of people here that don't know what the fuck they doing. I will look like Einstein in that room. I will take that whole drawing board, like, okay, erase all of that. Here's the triangle. Top tier.
Damn, Phil, you trying to triangle on?
No, yeah.
Are you talking?
Bitch. Top tier, mid tier, bottom tier. Okay, who's our top tiers, mid tier? We're gonna put them all in that triangle, and we're gonna figure this out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Benjamin Banneker in that joint. You know what I mean? So it's cool.
Because I am still pissed that the potential SummerSlam last year we did not get Demon Finn and Dom.
You hear her?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Kaya. Yeah. Can you chill out? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, man.
But it's
gonna play a little bit of game, during the stream. Yeah.
I'll give WWE credit on this. They have made the Royal Rumble unpredictable because we don't know what's gonna happen.
I would agree. Which is good. They're here to evoke emotion. So even like last year's Jay winning, I was like, what? So they did their job. It's just after that they didn't do their job because they didn't evoke emotion when Jay won. You were supposed to evoke emotion there too, brothers. But y'all thought him making Gunther tap was a good finish. Which now I'm watching Unreal and I'm like, these guys were the guys that said, hey, this will kill him. But there was no long-term plan because you're gonna have Gunther be the guy to start tapping people out. He should never be the one to say, for someone can say, you know what I mean? Like, you tapped out. You know what I'm saying? Like, him tapping out to AJ and it not being seen works because it wasn't seen, so it didn't happen.
Well, that and AJ is more of a top talent than Jay is.
I mean, yeah, but Gunther should have never tapped. That should have been a pin to draw the spin. 1, 2, 3. My God, Jesus has done it. How? He as soon as he got in that thing, he's like, damn, that's it.
And I've always asked people, what is one way you never want to lose any kind of fight? Everyone each time has told me submission.
Yeah, I don't want.
Yeah.
You
and
remember?
I agree.
Yes, it's nothing to not agree. Knock me out. I don't know what happened. I get up and still try to fight, and people are like, nah, big dog, you gotta let this one go. You be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready. You ever remember Zab Judah got knocked out by Costa Zoo? He started pointing at the reef. It was bad, you know. So, but submission.
Yeah, I'll take a KO or a TKO, not a submission.
Yeah, you made a conscious decision to, and a lot of times those decision is forced, but you still made the decision to end it. End it. So, yeah, not a bad event, you know, but it's just next week is the Royal Rumble, so look forward to that. And yeah, I ain't got what all you got going on, Gamaj. We gonna, you know, it's almost an hour. You know what I'm saying? Anything else you want to highlight and speak upon?
Let's just hope and pray everything works out going in the Rumble, because I don't know what's going on after this.
Hey, and neither does the creative. So yeah, I do expect tomorrow's next week's Rumble to be pretty good, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. If it's not, I'm gonna be pretty upset. But all in all, Saturday Night Main Event wasn't a bust. I just felt like it was cool. And salute to AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. Hopefully, Shinsuke gets used in a more consistent basis, because there's no reason for that much talent to be sitting there in catering. And salute to Sami Zayn. The Canadian hobo has done it. Straight off the beer, straight out of Compton. You know what I mean? He just had 2-3 beers, got up in there and kicked some ass. So salute to him. And as he goes on to the Royal Rumble to take on Drew McIntyre. Any last thoughts, Gamash, before we get up out of here?
Nope. Everybody with the snowstorm coming through, wherever you're at, stay warm and be bundled up. And I hope everyone is safe. Because where I'm at right now, it is extra cold. I am not leaving this house.
Damn. And you see, he got the piano in there. He got the fireplace in there. We don't know. We'll never know where Gamage really is. Where in the world is the only Gamage, right? So we'll figure it out one day. But as far as I go, again, coming this February looks to be the Wednesday Night War. We got to rename it. Archie's gone.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we gotta rename it, man. So it'd probably be like with a word on Wednesday or something, you know, wow. We here on wow, word on Wednesday, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Wrestling Wednesdays or something. I don't know, but yeah,
we figure it out. And then when he comes back, we could go back.
Yeah, we can go back to the format, you know. But yeah, we gotta figure that part out. But yeah, follow me on the socials. You see right there, Hall Priest Universe. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and such. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and just follow me. And as we get ready to start warming up, as From gets ready to start back up, a series with my daughters. I'm not gonna go too far into it, but they'll be rating some stuff, so you'll be seeing the little people talking here very, very soon. And yeah. Until next time, man, y'all stay blessed. Royal Rumble is next week at a special start time. I believe it's 2 p.m. give or take. It's something early.
Right, it's gonna be early. I forgot.
Yeah, it's not gonna be at your standard time. So definitely make your provisions. I'm probably gonna do a Royal Rumble party here. And y'all stay safe, man. Stay warm. Stay warm. As this week we go into stuff. And until next time, it looks like we'll be seeing y'all, Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
After Raw? Bet. Until next time, man, y'all been great. Salute to Sami Zayn. Peace. Oh, and salute to Archie Carter.
A is for Archie. Most loved, most hated, Archie Carter's here. Raise your hand, scream his name, feel the fire, feel the cheer. I shine like diamond smile, 24 karat gold. He's the story, the legend, cooler than cold. Every eye looking, every heart skips a beat. He's who the women want and who men wanna be. Most loved, most hated, Archie Carter. Most loved, most hated, I'll just take it forever. The choice is yours.